Hello and welcome to quiz class. I'm your host, Ellen, and today we have 100 questions on general knowledge. Let's take a look at our quiz class awards. Let us know how you rank in the comments at the end, along with the answer to the bonus question. And let's jump right in. Which fabric with fine, thin lines and a soft feel was very popular in the 70s? Silk, corduroy, or velvet? Corduroy. What accessory was popularized by John Lennon in the 1970s? Aviator sunglasses, wayfarers, or circular sunglasses? Circular sunglasses. Which look included khaki jackets, boots, and rucksack bags in the 1970s? Military safari look, disco look, or the preppy look? Military safari look. Which trend featured ponchos, bright prints, and embroidered folk patterns? Ethnic folk look, disco look, or punk look? Ethnic folk look. What position did Eric Dickerson play in football? Running back, quarterback, or wide receiver? Running back. Moses Malone played in which two leagues? NFL and CFL, ABA and NBA, or MLB and NBA? ABA and NBA. Mike Bossy played his entire career with which team? The Toronto Maple Leafs, the New York Islanders, or the Montreal Canadiens? The New York Islanders. Who gave the Gettysburg Address? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, or Andrew Jackson? Abraham Lincoln. What did Lincoln want after war? Endless growth, just and lasting peace, or a stronger army? Just and lasting peace. Who argued women are citizens with voting rights? Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Susan B. Anthony, or Mary Wollstonecraft? Susan B. Anthony. In what year did Anthony vote illegally? 1850, 1872, or 1950? 1872. Which company used the line, "You deserve a break today"? Burger King, McDonald's, or Wendy's? McDonald's. And we are at question 13. What food is linked to Lego My Eggo? Pancakes, waffles, or donuts? Waffles. How many Stanley Cups did Mike Bossy help win? 4, 1, or 10? 4. And next up, Marvin Hagler was the undisputed champion in which division? Lightweight, heavyweight, or middleweight? Middleweight. And here comes another. How many successful title defenses did Marvin Hagler make? 12, 1, or none? 12. Michael Jordan made how many NBA Finals appearances? 6, 1, or 3? 6. How many NBA championships did Michael Jordan win? 1, 6, or 3? 6. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played how many NBA seasons? 20, 5, or 10? 20. We are at question 20. Let's keep going. Michel Platini was president of which organization? UEFA, the APA, or the NBA? UEFA. Sugar Ray Leonard won the 1981 fight called what? The Showdown, the Punch, or the Final Round? The Showdown. What type of whiskey is traditionally used in an old-fashioned? Bourbon or rye, Scotch, or Irish whiskey? Bourbon or rye? In a proper old-fashioned, what should you not do? Stir with ice, shake the drink, or use bitters? Shake the drink. Who gave the speech, "I Have a Dream"? Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King Jr., or Franklin Roosevelt? This is a freebie for you. And of course, the answer is Martin Luther King Jr. MLK dreamed children joining hands in which state? Hawaii, Alabama, or Mississippi? Alabama. Who gave the Tilbury speech? Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth I, or Queen Mary? Queen Elizabeth I. Elizabeth I said she had the body of what? A soldier, a weak, feeble woman, or a nobleman? A weak, feeble woman. Who said the world must be made safe for democracy? Winston Churchill, Woodrow Wilson, or Theodore Roosevelt? Woodrow Wilson. Question 29. In which year did Wilson address Congress for war? 1970, 1917, or 1868? 1917. Who gave the speech, Ain't I a Woman? Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, or Rosa Parks? Sojourner Truth. Which type of shoes gained popularity in the 70s for adding extra height? Platforms, sneakers, or loafers? Platforms. Which jeans style revealed the waist but covered the belly button in the 70s? High-waisted jeans, low-rise jeans, or cropped jeans? High-waisted jeans. Who called World War I an imperialist war? Joseph Stalin, Vladimir Lenin, or Leon Trotsky? Vladimir Lenin. Who said the only thing we have to fear is fear itself? John F. Kennedy, Franklin D. Roosevelt, or Dwight Eisenhower? Franklin D. Roosevelt. Who asked, what to the American slave is 4th of July? Booker T. Washington, Frederick Douglass, or W.E.B. Du Bois? Frederick Douglass. What invention helped launch late-night infomercials in the 1960s? Vegematic, the microwave, or blender? Vegematic. Which president used the famous Daisy ad in 1964? Richard Nixon, Lyndon Johnson, or John F. Kennedy? Lyndon B. Johnson. According to Virginia Woolf, what is essential for a woman to be able to write fiction? A university degree, a room of her own and money, or support from men? A room of her own and money. What political right does Mandela emphasize as crucial for racial harmony? Equal property ownership, equal political rights, or freedom of religion? Freedom of religion. What does Aung San criticize about British judgments of Burma? They only visit villages, they support Burmese independence, or they focus too much on agriculture? They support Burmese independence. We are at question 41. What title was given to Mother Teresa after being canonized as a saint by the Roman Catholic Church? Saint Teresa of Milan, Saint Teresa of Taiwan, or of Calcutta? Saint Teresa of Calcutta. Which two figures emphasize speaking out against silence and oppression? Churchill and Kennedy, Lord and Baldwin, or Mandela and Mother Teresa? And the answer is Mandela and Mother Teresa. What zigzag pattern was especially popular in the 1970s? Chevron, polka dots, or paisley? Chevron. And let's go to our next one. What was notable about shirt collars in the 1970s? Floppy and oversized, tiny and round, or metal collars? Floppy and oversized. Who gained new freedoms in the 1970s? Only men, minority groups, or only children? Minority groups. Which movement was most controversial in the 1970s? Civil rights, women's liberation, or environmentalism? And the answer is women's liberation. Where did women also make inroads? Sports and politics, farming, or military? Sports and politics. Who opposed social justice movements in the 1970s? Conservatives, liberals, or students? Conservatives. How many recessions occurred in the 1970s? 3, none, or 1? Three. And we are halfway through at question 50. I hope you're keeping score. Which two issues rose to double digits? Inflation and unemployment, crime and taxes, or education and housing? Inflation and unemployment. What drew many Americans to traditional values? Economic uncertainty, foreign wars, or technology growth? Economic uncertainty. What new habits did people experiment with? Exercise and health food, gambling and smoking, or mining and farming? Exercise and health food. Who misused followers' money in the 1970s? Unethical spiritual leaders, honest teachers, or university professors? Unethical spiritual leaders. People in the 1970s questioned what? Traditional authority, sports rules, or geography? Traditional authority. What old school tool is rising in popularity for organizing busy lives? Digital calendars, paper diaries, or sticky notes? Paper diaries. Why do some people prefer paper maps over map apps? They fold easier, they're fashionable and tactile, or they're faster? They're fashionable and tactile. Which pop star has released albums on vinyl in recent years? Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, or Billie Eilish? Taylor Swift. What iconic 80s clothing trend has returned? Power suits, denim overalls, or bell bottoms? Power suits. What colorful swirly shirt style became popular among hippies in the 1970s? Argyle, tie-dye, or plaid? Tie-dye. Moving on to question 60. Which hairstyle became a cultural symbol of pride and confidence in the 70s? Afro, ponytail, or bowl cut? Afro. What subculture brought black leather jackets and studs into the 70s fashion scene? Underground punk, hippies, or disco dancers? Underground punk. Which daring women's fashion trend sparked debates in the 1970s? Leggings, hot pants, or capri pants? Hot pants. What product became famous with the line, Mikey likes it? Life cereal, Cheerios, or Frosted Flakes? Life cereal. Which company credited Mr. Whipple for much of its product success? Procter & Gamble, General Mills, or Kellogg's? Procter & Gamble. Which jewelry trend included shell necklaces and beaded accessories? Hoop earrings, puka shell and love beads, or gold chains? Puka shell and love beads. Which pant style was described as business up top, party down low? Bell bottoms, overalls, or high-waisted pants? Bell bottoms. And next up, question 67. What hairstyle added density and flowiness to many 70s looks? Feathered hair, crew cut, or cornrows? Feathered hair. Which cultural influences inspired the ethnic folk fashion trend? Native American and European folk, space exploration, or sports uniforms? Native American and European folk. What kind of footwear made a big comeback in the 1990s after being popular in the 70s? Platforms, hiking boots, or ballet flats? Platforms. We are on question 70. Which company created the first mobile phone in 1983? Apple, Nokia, or Motorola? Motorola. And let's take a breath here. Don't lose focus now. We are on question 71. What fan group followed Arnold Palmer in the 1960s? Palmer's Pack, Arnie's Army, or Golden Bear fans? Arnie's Army. Who became the oldest major champion at age 50 in 2021? Phil Mickelson, Jack Nicklaus, or Tiger Woods? Phil Mickelson. Which cowboy symbolized freedom in Marlboro ads starting in 1957? The Lone Ranger, the Marlboro Man, or Buffalo Bill? The Marlboro Man. In the Tootsie Pop ad, who bit after 3 licks? Wise old owl, a young boy, or a candy maker? A wise old owl. Which character represented Colombian coffee growers for nearly 50 years? Juan Valdez, Don Quixote, or Carlos Santana? Juan Valdez. Who shed a tear in the 1971 littering PSA? The Crying Indian, Smokey the Bear, or Captain Planet? The Crying Indian. Which brand promised escape with Calgon Take Me Away? Dove, Calgon, or Avon? Calgon. And next up, what product tagline was, "It's not nice to fool Mother Nature"? Chiffon margarine, Country Crock, or Land O'Lakes? Chiffon margarine. Who was paired with James Garner in Polaroid commercials? Mariette Hartley, Jane Seymour, or Linda Carter? Mariette Hartley. How many major championships did Jack Nicklaus win? 5, 18, or 9? And the answer is 18. Which golfer is tied with Sam Snead for most PGA Tour wins? Tiger Woods, Arnold Palmer, or Phil Mickelson? Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods has how many major tournament wins? 15, 18, or 9? "15. What old-fashioned technology is making a comeback among parents for kids? Smartphones, landlines, or walkie-talkies? Landlines. What movement is fueling the return of landlines? Anti-smartphone movement, the anti-internet movement, or vintage collectors? Anti-smartphone movement. What classic puzzle toy has seen a modern renaissance? Rubik's Cube, the Jigsaw puzzle, or Lego? Rubik's Cube. People who compete in solving Rubik's Cubes quickly are called what? Cube masters, speed cubers, or puzzle pros? Speed cubers. Which celebrity helped make power suits iconic in the 1980s? Joan Collins, Madonna, or Whitney Houston? Joan Collins. What retro tech is popular for holidays and big events among young people? Polaroids, film cameras, or digital cameras? Film cameras. Which hairstyle from the 80s is back in style? The mohawk, the mullet, or the bowl cut? The mullet. Which ingredient rims the glass of a margarita? Sugar, salt, or lime zest? Salt. Question 91. The Cosmopolitan became iconic in the 1990s thanks to which TV show? Friends, Sex and the City, or Seinfeld? Sex and the City. Which cocktail is classically served in a copper mug? Moscow Mule, Margarita, or Old Fashioned? Moscow Mule. Who attempted to assassinate President Ronald Reagan? John Hinckley Jr., Lee Harvey Oswald, or James Earl Ray? John Hinckley Jr. What reason was John Hinckley Jr. found not guilty of the crime? Lack of evidence, psychiatric problems, or wrong identity? Psychiatric problems. Who founded CNN? Ted Turner, Rupert Murdoch, or Walter Cronkite? Ted Turner. Question 96. Which company released its first personal computer on August 12, 1980? Apple, IBM, or Microsoft? IBM. When did the attempt to assassinate the Pope take place? 2001, 1981, or 2024? 1981. In what year did the Challenger space shuttle explode on launch? 1955, 1986, or 1999? 1986. MTV helped skyrocket the careers of which artists? Elvis Presley and the Beatles, Michael Jackson and Madonna, or Bob Dylan and Janis Joplin? Michael Jackson and Madonna. And we are at question 100. Which cocktail is usually garnished with an orange twist? Cosmopolitan, an old-fashioned, or a mojito? An old-fashioned. And for our bonus question, who was the first American woman in space in 1983? Let us know the answer in the comments and how well you did with our quiz class Einstein rewards. Thanks for playing, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.